lunch sometimes at work because he wasn't even working at the mill yet, and he had a fucking vehicle. He had a fucking job. Plus, I'd give him money for lunch, and he'd buy me all these treats and gifts all the time. Usually junk food, yeah. But my diabetes, they got to figure this out. So I'm just taking it step by step. They said cut back sugar a little bit. Whatever. Like treat it like it's type 2, he said at one appointment. Because we need to see what's like your veins and stuff. Like my veins always show, but that's not really, that's fitness veins. There's more veins than that, yeah. So anyway, it's a whole journey. It's going to be confusing. I don't want to talk about it. Just know that I'm raped of my fucking sanity and I talk about everything. I got pancreatic surgery and he had to do it at a certain time and with a certain sleep schedule, and that fucked me up too. It kind of drove me crazy. But not truly crazy, just kind of crazy, you know. So with this pancreatic surgery, they have to figure out what kind of diet I have to be on because they're fixing my type 1. Because I make it through everything without even minor brain damage. Like, not even. I'm really strong. Well, I'm a Viking. I look like my dad. Like, just huge. Like, it's just like, it's hard to comprehend, actually. And I'm all wasted away, and I can see it in my shoulders and my traps that are built there. That I'm actually really skinny. It's just like, it's not making sense for what I'm eating, I guess. We'll just put it that way. Logan's seeing a lot of the people just like trying to get at me, like get in my head. And one time he's walking me into the doctor's office because there's people loitering outside the professional office. And he got punched in the head. And it was such a light punch, but they swung so fast that honestly like confused Logan. I remember it. He said, like her and her boyfriend are like deranged, and then he's like, "What's not what I meant to say?" And then I'm like, "That must have scared the shit out of you." He fucking went swinging fast. You think he's a stupid Middle Eastern they can't really hit. But yeah, we were fucking in love with each other, even though he was sick. Yeah, Logan wanted to give me credit that day that I am suffering dietarily, financially, all this stuff because Owen needed so much fucking food and vitamins and shit. It was just crazy, and I was paying for a second mortgage because it got robbed and it didn't get covered because Owen kind of was at fault somehow and it wasn't true. So as I was paying court fees for Owen to go to court, there's somebody who can't defend themselves kind of court situation. Yeah. And I had a huge HEPA filter about the same size as the air conditioner for them. It was called HEPA A. You have to like get it through your company. You can't just like buy it on Amazon. The ones you buy on Amazon are HEPA C. Still really good. I have one over there too. There's my HEPA C. There's my ozone. There's my air conditioner. So, yeah, I was suffering and I was bleeding because I kept getting beat up. And I still regret the fucking day he died. I still regret it all. So heavily. I loved him so much. It was so much better, even though he was like literally hanging on a thread with his temperament, just wanting to fucking like stab himself a bunch of times so he'd die because it hurt so bad. Like, other than he was on a thread, I still would rather him alive. The time that we did get together, that we could make sense and say something like other than the Bible, basically. Yeah, it was worth it. But Colby was raped. She took it back after. She played a pretty good part. I know it was sort of a big thing with the police being kidnapped because they're trying to defend me against these crazy people that knew Marina. They're human traffickers, not Middle Easterns. I killed Marina. I had to go to court about that too. But, yeah. There's a chick like me killing a lot of people, and I was like, isn't she Army though? No, like the person I know that looks a lot like me when I'm skinny, like I go this way, my creases go this way. She's Army, and I got called off. Jury duty got called off and everything. So, am I going to prison? No. If you're Army, it basically gets called off. Because then the understanding is understandable. I adopted her kids, my brother's kids, to help him financially, to support them and get them proper counseling and stuff. Because I am a perfect match for them, and so is Kobe, but Kobe doesn't believe he's good enough for his kids. So they live with their dad, but they're technically my adopted niece and nephew. And same with Melissa. But Lila was like telling me like how much she loves her mom and how much it's starting to make a connection. I was like, yeah, it will. It does, and I keep trying. And the day that like the suspicious things, like when Lila crashed the quad, she's just dozing off. She's vibrating her, and it probably was hurting her wrist to hold on to the quad. She dozed off. She's clear to that too. Because we kind of wondered. Because Melissa can be really fucking mean since she had kids. Like when she was young and was sick, she was mean as fuck and she got over it. And then she was sick and she was pregnant to save her life. And then that's why I think it's going to go away. Because it's like it's just a fucking fever aching her brain for her to be mean. I adopted them too, and financially supportive, counseling, whatever they need. Yeah. And plus, like, it was forced pregnancy, so there's a little bit of stress. Mine was too, though. It was forced to stop the bleeding in my upper abdomen above my stomach. Because I got kicked in the back. Like a Canadian ill-trained soldier just karate kicking me in the back. Oh, yeah. That's the story of my life. People want to kill Logan at the mill. I'm really worried about him going to work because I give him money for being a sickling, insurance money from my company for being a sickling, and he holds on to the farm money, and he also gets a portion of the eggs because sometimes if we need chicken food before the balance for the farm account is open, he'll use his money. He always saves a bit of money to buy chicken food, so he gets some like money back from the eggs. Yeah. So they want to kill him because he has so much money and he works at the fucking mill, and they're all supposed to be sorry together and band together and be protesting murderers together. And they talk to him like it ain't true. It's just something they say. Well, maybe it is. I wasn't really judging. It's just like, it was like he got pushed into that machine that day, or that you're hitting him to make him dizzy enough to fall into the machine. And the cameras were broken in that lane. So it's being said, but the one owner of the mill, I love him so much. He's such a great dad. The other guy at the mill has such a crush on me, but can't because he's so flamboyant. He doesn't know how to deal with a female that's strong and sort of dykish. And it's just like this cute complex. And they're trying not to get me freaked out because I don't want to be freaked out. I'm already freaked out by this country and all the invasion. Yeah, and it is an immigrant crime. So it's called. Doesn't mean people are illegally moving here or have ever moved here. We don't need that. The point of a country is that if people aren't raping each other, if people aren't molesting their brothers and sisters, etc., we'll never need somebody else to keep us alive. The reason why there is import-export type stuff going on is because they get destroyed. Like America flooded because the Middle Eastern's bombing the Twin Towers because they were just starting to get their oil and gas rigging going. So they're just going to start pulling a lot of oil and gas instead of asking us to get them booted enough to do that. They were there. They reached the goal. They got bombed. It flooded. Now they have to go to like wind turbines and all this really economically shitty shit for humans. Because a wind turbine in Canada, there's none, but there's some right on the border into America. They make you like go cross-eyed. I'm sorry, but like your wind turbines are making me go cross-eyed. Don't make fun of me. I'm trying to be nice. But yeah, you need oil and gas to have a planet. You need to use oil and gas to have a planet. Fact. And to have fresh air. Fact. Same with cow shit. Can't eat cow shit, but sure you can breathe. When it goes around the bend, you can breathe in pretty well. It feels good. Okay, I'm tired. Yeah, I gotta clean my room like hardcore now. Gotta move my bed because the tube is right along my bed. So I gotta move it like this. So I gotta move some furniture. Gotta do this, gotta do that. Yeah. Pretty crazy. And take the fan that I put in the window that one day was really hot. Put it in storage, or I'd say put it in the shed, but Mom would be like, no, I never have the energy to clean that shed. It'd be horrendous. It's like, okay, so I'll just put it in my other bedroom. Yeah. And the reason why I don't always live here, Joey was sick and he didn't have enough health care to have standard nurses coming in. Because and I don't think he could have, because it's just the viruses kept hitting him for some reason. Probably beatings from the terrorists, making him bleed and bruise and stuff. Skin breaks and whatever. Just because Joey was sick. Joey was sick, and he was so sick that he was terrified. You know how I was kind of scared of the syrups? You know how everybody has that precautionary thing about syrups? Cold and flu syrups. He was so scared of them because he swore one time he just took a little sip and it put him into cardiac arrest. And he didn't have any friends, and his dad didn't know that he was that sick. So nobody stopped by. And I was like, Joe, I rescued you. He's like, how'd you do that? I was like, you're walking by Owens limping. And I know you because we're cousins in biking days. He's like, I recall. I was like, you told me to stop by, and you were there for like 3 days. You were in a cardiac arrest for like 3 days. It was like a subtle flutter is what they call it. Called the firefighters, called fucking everybody, called the fucking station, dude. I didn't just call the big old fucking 3 numbers. No, I called. And I was like, I need to care for someone that just asked me to pop by to have coffee. And we are distant, and our dads don't talk, even though they're cousins. They're like, well, it's okay, you're such a little miss. And if you want to be a hero, just toughen up. And I was like, okay.